Hey guys, we're back with Joe Jaff Productions. This is Nick Shoemaker, joined here with
Nicholas Long.
And we're here to see the 2019 Flying Pig Open, presented by Play It Again Sports, Springdale location. We have a awesome feature card for you here today. I'm going to let Nick introduce the players.
Yeah, today we've got Ben Clark, a local pro, Brad Schick from Columbus, Ohio, Zach Arlinghaus, the reigning U18 world champion, and another local, Alex Lee.
Now you see Alex is the lowest rated out of the group, but he's really putting in the work, and he's gotten a lot better over the last couple of years.
Yeah, great player, stepping up, playing open in this tournament. He's been playing open for the last year or so, and he's got a lot of talent. I'm not surprised to see if he drops a good round here.
Hole 1, you're looking at 489 over the crest of this hill, down to the right into the woods. You're going to see your players trying to throw something up over top of that hill that just clears it and starts falling to the right.
Yeah, this is a par 4. Get you throwing pretty hard off the first tee in the hole here at Mount Airy Disc Golf Course. And Ben Clark, as you see, is a crusher. He put a really good move on that disc, flipped it over. He's got to hang a little more right for the ideal landing zone. He faded off a little bit into the weeds. He's close to the basket, though. He should be able to reach out and get up and down for a birdie from there. Next on the tee pad, we have Brad Schick from Columbus, Ohio. Brad Schick is a local legend. He is introduced this year into the Disc Golf Hall of Fame. He lets a little bit low on that one off the first tee. I'm sure that he will get it together through the rest of this round. Really great player, consistent player. He actually has 152 tournament catch streak.
That is insane.
It's great to see Brad on the feature card here. And next on the tee pad, we have Zach Arlinghaus. Zach is quickly becoming a legend in his own right. He is a reigning U18 world champion, 16 years old, and he also crushes.
It's great to see a player that everyone locally has been raving about for years now to start to see the whole country talk about.
Yeah,
him.
he's a local favorite, and we're lucky to have him here in Cincinnati, and he is figured on the national stage as well.
I was on the card in front of them, and I was trying to watch him play as much as I could.
Yeah,
he's exciting to watch.
Yeah, he really throws. Next on the tee pad here, we have Alex Lee, a local, really good player. He throws strong drives, and he's a solid putter as well. It'll be fun to watch him here.
This guy puts in the work. Every time I see him, he is just working on his game.
Yeah, puts a nice move on that one, catches a tree, but he lands in the middle. That's a good spot to be. He should have a look at the basket to get up and down for birdie. Now here we have Brad, who came up a little bit low on his drive from the top of the hill. He's going to have to bend one in here straight and then finishing right to get to the basket. He needs to flip a little bit more. Catches the tree on the left, and he'll be looking to get up and down for par from there. Next we have Zach, Lefty, from the shoe on the right, looking at a hyzer shot coming into the basket. Puts it up and through the gap.
That'll be a putt.
Yeah, he's inside the circle. He'll have a putt for birdie from there. Alex from a great position here in the middle of the fairway.
Yeah, this is right where you want to be. Give yourself a nice, easy forehand approach with something slow and overstable. Taking every bit of his 30 seconds.
That's a great shot. Right at the lock. Should have a pretty easy putt there for birdie. Brad from a tough spot, but he is a scramble king, and looks like he does it again. Of a putt there for par. Ben from the left side, but he's really close to the basket, and as I thought, he can step out there and get a pretty easy up and down for his birdie. Zach going for birdie here on hole 1. Leaves it a little bit low, and that's what people do on hole 1. A lot of putts are left short on the first hole of a tournament. I'm sure he'll get it together through the round. Brad saves his par. It's not his first rodeo. Alex coming back for birdie.
Good
really
putt.
Nice putt. And Zach tapping in for par.
Yeah, Ben's one of those players I feel like he gets a lot of looks for eagle on hole 1.
Yeah, and we were talking about what holes were true par 4s, and I put this in the list for it, but with Ben's shot there, it looks like he can really put a good move on the disc for a eagle look. And,
Yeah, absolutely.
That's hard to imagine. Here we
Hole
are on
two.
hole 2.
We have a road that runs right through it. It plays like a river. It's not going to be in play for a lot of players.
Not unless they catch a tree and get an unlucky break. Ben does the typical play and hyzers off left. That's what you'll see a lot of players do. It's like a magnet down there in the woods. It just keeps drawing your disc down on that righty backhand. Alex catches the tree, and that's got to stay off the road.
And it looks like Alex watched me play this hole.
He should have a pretty easy up and down for par.
Now Brad takes a good forehand line at it.
Yeah, that's a really cool way to play the hole, and he knows what he's doing. He's
If he can do it.
For a birdie.
That's no easy forehand.
It's a much more technical shot, putting a move on the forehand through that gap. It looks like Zach's taking the same gap with the same spin. Let's see what he can do. Yeah, you really got to get over on it, but he's pin high, and he'll have a look right there for birdie.
He's got about 150 left. It's just going to be a soft forehand. Looks to be the same disc he threw his upshot with on the last hole. Something slow and never stable. He put a move on it.
Yeah, he gripped that one a little bit more than he wanted to. Hung it out left. He'll have a putt for his par. Ben here with a birdie look up the hill. Looks like he's outside of the circle planning a step putt.
Nothing but net.
Nice. Excuse me, jump putt. It's not the classic step. And Alex here for his par, coming back.
Their putts look very, very similar.
They do. I think they play together.
A lot.
A couple locals, yeah. Zach here for his birdie.
Oh,
Rims out.
But a good disc to sit right away.
Yeah, it sat nice for him. That could have stuck. He missed it a little bit. Could have gone in. Didn't.
So Alex is going to card a bogey here. And that's the trouble with this hole, is those early gaps you have to hit. If you don't, you're looking at trying to scramble to save your 3. Hole 3, we have a Mando on the left side just off the tee. You have to go right of the mandatory, and then it's just going to bend around to the left. You want to throw something pretty stable, high, and tight to this Mando.
Yeah, you kind of got to hope on this hole a little bit. Just make sure you make the Mando, throw something stable, nice and high, hit the main gap, and then hope for the best. And looks like Ben got about the best he could with the way he threw that disc, and that's going to be an outside look for a birdie.
Definitely wider than he wanted it, but it missed everything, and that's all that matters.
Got a full flight, and if you get a full flight on your disc on this hole, then you got to be happy. It's rare.
Schick with what looks like a Z-Force.
Most likely, discraft player, been throwing discraft for years.
Zach's lining up a forehand.
Yeah, and as you'll notice, it's been noted before that I think he just made the Mando there. The Mando tree is the one that he barely went around, and I do believe he made the Mando.
It did look that way, I agree.
And if you notice there, Zach threw a righty forehand, and he throws lefty backhand. And, I saw him out there working on his lefty forehand, or was it righty backhand anyhow, spinning it.
Made the Mando.
It's going to be good. Yeah.
Right in the middle of the fairway, about 100
caught
left.
a branch, caught a tree, which a lot of them will. But yeah, and you'll notice Zach, whatever he's more comfortable with in the spot, he will throw a lefty backhand or a righty forehand. And who's to question it?
Exactly. Ooh.
With shots like that, great shot.
It goes back to the same shot shape and almost cans it.
Leave for us with a circle just outside circle 2. It looks like coming in.
Great shot.
Yeah, good shot. It gave it a chance and stayed right by the basket. Brad with the patent pending. This is a classic shot where he's got all the moves and he's going to get it close to the basket.
And that'll be an easy 3 for Brad.
See if Ben can muscle one up there.
We just saw the power he can get from the straddle on the last hole, and you see it again there. It's just wild.
Zach to save his par.
Great putt.
Good putt. Yeah.
He doesn't have any fear in his putts. He steps up and he slings it right at the
Not his
chains.
drives, and when he's on, he's on. These guys tapping in. Par.
You're not mad with a par on this hole.
Par.
It can get out of hand easily.
Yeah.
You can easily take a bogey.
You can miss that Mando, and you can find yourself in trouble out there.
I did it myself. All right, hole A. This is a hole that's not always in, but if you ever get the chance to play it, you want to.
Yeah, really neat hole, tight gap over that downed log you see there. Ben puts a great move on it.
Oh, and what a tree stump.
And he's sitting right by the basket. Really nice shot and a good break at the end there. He's got a hyzer. Takes a little bit of backdoor route. Get a skip.
That's going to work out perfect.
Yeah. That's in his range. He'll be a
Pin
putt
high,
there for
20
birdie.
to the right. Zach lining up another forehand.
This is a neat hole. This is a difficult hole. It's one of the original holes in the course. It's. I'm glad they have it in.
This is why this guy is exciting to watch.
I don't know if I've seen that gap, but looks like it's working for him.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's going to be almost pin high as well. Alex lining up the more traditional hyzer right up the middle. It came out a little early, it looks like, but it's going to be okay. Oh, looks like he caught a tree.
Now it's not a automatic up and down from where he's at. The green is sloping down off the back side of the green, and you can catch an edge and roll. So he's gonna have to play this one carefully and hope for a soft landing.
And that's about as good as you can do it. Brad with a look from inside the circle, I would say.
Oh, see, there's the roll we're talking about.
And it can get ugly quick because that brush there is thick. And he answers. That's a good par save after that roll away.
Yeah.
And with a routine putt from 15 feet.
Really nice birdie there.
This is always one you love getting.
Is this? Yeah, that's his birdie putt as well.
Oh yeah, that's
Cool
that forehand.
shot. Worked out.
Alex giving him some love. All right, hole B. We got 250 feet uphill to the right. Tight gap. You'll see a lot of turnover mid-ranges, forehands that'll flip up. Let's see what these guys go with. And Ben's SpongeBob t-shirt.
Let's that one go a little bit straight. You want to hold it higher with more turn to the right on it, and let the disc fall towards the basket.
You really want to go to the right of that tree, dead center of the fairway that Ben just about caught. And this looks...
Yeah, that looks like he hit the gap there pretty well. Oh, he caught a tree. I'm not sure which tree he hit there, but
That's
there's
not
a
Airy
couple
Forest
trees.
for you.
There's a couple trees in this hole where you think you hit the gap just right, and then you catch one of those late trees, and you're like, dang, I thought I threw it just right.
They don't call it a forest for no reason.
No. And Brad puts a good turn on this. It's going towards the basket. Yep.
That looks great. I wonder if those are one of his signature heats.
I'm sure Alex has played this hole plenty of times and expect him to put a good move on this.
I believe this is his home course.
And that's what can happen. You hang it out a little too far, catches that tree, goes down into the junk on the left, down the hill, and you're in the bushes trying to throw all the way up to get to the basket, and it's not easy. And this is bogey territory.
And he's going to be lucky to find a gap to get out of here at all.
Yeah, I'm I'm not sure how far he got up there, but he was probably looking it up and down for bogey. Yep, that'll be a routine par for Zach.
Zach leaning heavy on that Annie forehand early in this round.
Here's Alex looking to save his par, which would be miraculous. Gave it a good bid. Maybe tapping in a bogey from there.
That's a good out from where he was to get all the way up into the fairway.
Yeah, he gave himself an opportunity.
And Ben had the right line, just not the right height. Brad with a look for 2. This is definitely one you want the 2 on, but again, it's not hard to find yourself tapping in for a 4.
Yeah, it could go either way. It's it feels great when you get it. When your drive does what Alex's did off the tee, it doesn't feel too good. And here we are coming to hole 4, which is another classic hole. It's a really cool hole, 480 feet. A couple different ways to approach it.
Now, what do you think? Is this a par 4?
No, this is not a par 4. I've seen many of drives down there in putting range, and looks like this might be one of them. That's a great shot.
A player that's going to get down there.
A little bit higher, and I think he'd have been down there. Yeah, and here's a backhand roller. Super cool. I'm glad to see that. Really cool to see. I hope it works out here. It's rolling, rolling, rolling. Don't get too flippy.
It can get over on that road, and that road
is it's in the grass, so it's...
he's pin high.
He's pin high left
side. But that bush is going to be in his way. Ooh.
Just needed a little more stability on that disc, and it was a really, really good shot.
It's not a problem you expect to have on this hole. That's some good distance on a roller.
Brad Schick right out in the middle. Playing it smart.
Playing for the easy 3.
I'm sure this hole averages over 3 strokes for the open field.
Absolutely.
So taking a 3 on it is a pretty good feeling.
Alex lining up.
Gets over on it a little bit. Yeah, either some.
He's gonna have a good look
out of that,
though.
but he got some good distance, and yeah,
should be a gettable 3 from there. Brad almost giving it a half go, and that's going to be fine.
Yeah, it should have stopped right there in the bush. It's one of those greens where it could stand up and walk away on you.
It seems you can say that about every hole in this course, man.
Yeah, it's one of those courses. A lot of hills, Mount Airy forest.
Absolutely.
It's a mountain as well as a forest.
This is a big sky Annie out from Alex. Looked pretty good.
Oh, Ben.
Wow. Ben just cans it from a good 100
Slow
feet.
Joe, getting the slow Joe here. Ben, well deserved. Look at this thing float. What a great putt. And he just says it's a standstill. He doesn't jump. He just throws it into the back of the cage, and there it is. In
that
the
is
basket.
awesome.
A really beauty. He's going to run it down. Nice putt, Ben.
Now we're on the next tee, and they can.
Now, as far as he ran there, that looked maybe outside of circle 2. Really cool putt.
Yeah, that was a good distance.
Zach turning one around.
A little deathy downhill when you're really running it like that too.
That's true.
They came up to us on the next tee and told us about him throwing it in, but to see it, it's just something else.
That was a putt. It was a putt. He didn't jump. He didn't swing. He just threw a putt, and there it was.
His timing's perfect. And Alex forgets his disc. Zach may have called him for a courtesy violation. Just kidding. All right, hole 5, the monster.
Yeah.
700 feet to hole the C pin.
This is where Mount Airy starts to really show its teeth.
There are a few plays here. You can throw the easy forehand out to the middle of the fairway to go over top for the 3. You can throw putter, 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 and take your 4.
Yeah, guys, if you haven't played out here, it's the OB road left the whole way down and goes all the way to the basket. And there's a nasty shul on the right. And if you get down there, you could be losing your disc and going back for a retee.
Ben's drive looks
Gosh.
absolutely perfect. There's our card.
That was amazing.
Watching his shot come in.
He probably threw that nearly 500 feet, at least 470 feet on a and hyzer perfectly into the fairway. And Zach's ripping one here too.
This looks great. He's going to be right there with Ben.
Yeah.
Actually, his
hold out, and that's that's 4 territory before his par.
Absolutely.
Par is good on this hole. And Brad here with a more human approach at this hole, and that's what you see a lot of people do, end up on that shoal on the right.
It's a pick your poison. You can put it out wide and risk going OB.
Yeah.
You can throw it tight and end up in there. Alex may have put this a little too tight as well. It's perfect.
Wow.
Oh my God.
Wow. 2 of the best drives I've seen on this hole. Now I would like to shout out Corey Ellis. I played with him first round on this hole, and that tree that Alex just landed next to, Corey was about 25 to 30 feet past that tree. Best drive I've ever seen on this hole. And I've played this course a lot of times.
That is crazy. Brad with a good pitch out from what can be really dangerous rough. And you can see as the shot bends around here, there is still road going all the way along. You can see out there where the trash can is, that is all OB.
OB the whole way, and that
it pinches off.
Pinches to 25, 30 feet. And there's bottlenecks. This
tree you see out here in front of these guys is a really low ceiling as well.
And he's thinking birdie on this, which, skip off the road, and it's safe. Really, that's a great place to be for a birdie look.
He looks to be about 60 long, which is just
Brad,
crazy.
which would be an amazing par save from where he was off the tee. Wow.
Great shot.
Wow. Really amazing par save after that drive. And Alex here with one of the best drives that we've seen on this hole 5 here at Mount Airy. Sawed it off.
Yeah, a little tight.
Yeah.
And it caught right away, which is really good, actually.
Yeah, he's still going to have an easy look for par. Par's a good score in this hole.
Most players would take par if you gave it to them.
Yeah, I would take a par and walk away from this hole every time. Sure.
Alex with the leaping putt, and he's going to leave a little bit of meat on the bone. Now Ben's almost a hole 6's basket. If you haven't played here before, there aren't many people putting for 3 back at the basket on hole 5.
No.
Alex just a touch short.
Yeah, it's disappointing after how great that drive was. And which is really, this is the value of scrambling and being able to manage a hole with the difference of drives between Brad and Alex off the tee, and Brad takes a par and Alex is going to be tapping in here for bogey.
Absolutely.
Never give up on a hole, never take it for granted. If you get all the way down the fairway in a drive, you still have to finish it out. And that's
I would say this is Alex's probably first time on camera. Maybe that plays a part in it, to lose focus for a second. It's not hard to compound mistakes here.
Yeah, he could be feeling the nerves. It was a really great drive he had. It might have been one of the best drives he's had on this hole. It's one of the best I've seen. Hole 6 was a straight shot, 320 feet, plays a little bit uphill.
Yeah, I'd say it's at least 345.
Yeah, great shot there by Ben. I think it's a little bit easier for the righty shape than a lefty, but let's see if, Zach can manage it just fine. Oh, catches a late guardian tree, and you can't quite see it in the video, but the hole slopes off after the basket, and maybe 20 to 25 feet past the hole, there's a OB road. So these guys can't overshoot the hole. It's a great shot there by Brad. He's going to be tapping in for his birdie.
Yeah, just perfect.
Alex, see if he can bounce back after the tough hole 5. Really great move. Straight at the basket. Stay up. Wow. Great shot. Tapping in.
And here's Zach with his death putt. There is some room to work behind the basket, but it can get carried away quick. Ben is just so deadly from the straddle.
Brad tossing that. Is he still throwing swirls?
It looks like it. APX swirl. The old lifesavers.
He has a lifetime supply of them as well, I believe, stashed somewhere. Brad loves the swirl. They don't make them like that anymore.
Absolutely not. Those things are sought after as well. All right, going into hole 7, 380 feet into the long pin. These guys are just going to be throwing big forehands or hyzers at it. It's not too difficult. I could see Ben throwing a turnover mid, maybe.
Yeah, these guys don't have a problem with the distance on this hole. Looks like Ben's lining up the flick. Oh, no, he's switching to the backhand.
With the
Could go
buzz.
either way, which is, something that we appreciate about holes where you have to kind of, they make you think, am I going backhand, forehand, different ways to play it, different ways to approach it.
He's going to leave himself about 100. Maybe not quite.
It should be easy up and down. As you can see, there's road OB right all the way down the fairway.
That looks to be Brad's
Yeah.
Big Z nuke.
Wow, rolling right up towards the basket.
And that is
great
perfect.
shot by Brad.
Alex with the turnover mid. And it looks like he just follows Ben's line and just hugs it a little too far right. And the lefty cheater's just going to line up the easy hyzer.
Yeah, Zach Arlinghaus, 16 years old. He has no problem with the distance on this hole. Puts a really nice line on it.
I can only assume that looked good.
Oh, Ben with another great putt, standstill, just firing it at the basket from 70 feet away.
Was that a Sonic?
It wasn't a Sonic,
It was a Sonic.
Cool.
And I think that might have been the disc he threw in on hole 4.
Wow. Yeah. You got
Real
to see
cool.
that. It had some float on it. Could have guessed. That's a.
No wonder he
We'll see him out here
effortlessly
throwing that.
putted it. And here's Zach from his drive. Pin high. Just turns his putt over a little too much.
Brad with a nice birdie here on hole 7.
It's a good get. We're going to finish up the front 9 or 10 of this video.
Yeah. There's Ben tapping in for his his par 3, and he is at 5 down.
Wow, that's a
Having
great
putting
round.
together a really nice round.
That is an awesome round. You would assume somewhere around par here is going to be close to 990, 1,000 rated.
Yeah, it's a tough course.
Again, road all the way down the right side is OB. Brad sticks right into the long grass.
He's not afraid to challenge the rotor there on the right side, and he'll be looking up at the basket for his birdie putt. Here's Ben Clark back on the tee. Looks like he's got a putter in his hand.
We're going to reset.
A nice little toss at the basket, hyzering left, just about pin high. He'll be putting for birdie from there inside the circle.
Well within his ranges that we've seen so far today.
Here's Alex.
With a Nova.
Nova.
Just going to throw it
That
flat
should
straight.
stick.
And just
Sticks
past
quick.
Ben.
Yeah, he'll be putting there to get back to even on this round, which is, putting the round back together.
Zach with another interesting forehand.
Yeah, taking the wide route there.
I've seen people throw it, but not very often.
It takes the road out of play. And if you can keep it clean, I can see it definitely skipping down there towards the basket. Putting here for birdie. Keep it down. Stick. And stay safe.
Ben from probably near the edge of the circle. Makes it look easy.
Nice birdie putt there, Ben. Now let's get back to even par. Yeah.
There aren't a lot of muskets on this course, but this definitely feels like one of them.
Yeah, I was coming through a stretch of sort of difficult holes, hole 5 there, you might have took a bogey or two, and it feels good to come up to this hole and just have an opportunity to get a birdie.
Brad with a good birdie putt from the edge of the road. Slightly uphill. And that'll be it for the front half of this Flying Pig Open, 2019 Flying Pig Open.
Through 10 holes, Ben Clark at -6, Brad Schick at -4, Zach Arlinghaus 1 under par, and Alex Lee fought back to even. Pretty solid round there.
That's awesome. Yeah, absolutely.
Some really good shooting, good scores, and I'll be excited to see the second half and see the back nine of this Mount Airy disc golf course.
All right, let's check out the back half.